Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Taxpayers in Glasgow, especially those paying the council tax, will be quite upset. Council tax in Glasgow is going up significantly more than inflation, about 10%. And as part of the costs that are going to be paid out of that big rise in council tax aren't uplifts to services. It isn't going to be that the roads are going to be fixed. Sauchiehall Street is still going to look like the Somme. But I want people of Glasgow to rest assured that the already massively overpaid councillors are going to get at least a 12% pay rise. After all, one has to look at how well they've done, the services they've done. Look at how brilliant Glasgow is now. I mean, obviously you have to ignore the huge piles of rubbish, the giant rat of Sumatra that is running up and down the streets. You have to ignore the fact that the roads are falling apart, that the hospitals are shit, that there isn't any kind of services for those who are vulnerable. They're closing schools, they're firing teachers. Ignore all that and you can see that these people have done a marvellous, cracking job and they are fully, worthy of a, 4 or maybe 5 times the rate of inflation pay rise. I mean, on top of their already very top-heavy earnings. The leader of the council, for example, earns more than the First Minister. And that's just as it should be. Obviously, there's that. Obviously, I'm going to say, obviously, she's got her expense account as well. She goes all around the world, first class, stays at the very best hotels, eats tons of food, as you can easily tell. They don't call her 2 seats for nothing. One for each of those. Very ample, I'm sure, and smooth, powdered buttocks. But her 19,000 a year pay rise is only commensurate with all the hard work she's done. After all, it was quite stressful spending £100,000 putting lampposts outside somebody's house, somebody important, somebody from several years ago, provost or something. Children go hungry, but at least this woman's got a nice, a very expensive lamppost to remind people about how important she once was. And that's right. And the people of Glasgow should be rejoicing in the streets and thanking their lucky stars that, that they've got these people to look after their very needs, Because if they didn't, who would? How could all that money be spent on these things if these people weren't there to spend it? My God, it would be wasted looking after the elderly or the ill, looking after special needs children. Imagine the outcry there'd be if that money was pumped into schools, for heaven's sake. There'd be cause of the waste, the abject waste of money. Look at these roads. They're fit for human use. What kind of city are we presenting here? No. It's always better, isn't it? That it's pumped into the wage packets of the already wealthy councillors who work so very, very hard. Yeah, I'm sure the people of Glasgow would agree. The COSLA, the local authority sort of umbrella organisation, even they are saying, "Ooh, it's a bit excessive, isn't it?" When you're putting the rates up, the council tax up for all these people, just so they can watch as all these misfits just take the piss with massive, massive pay rises for doing sweet FA. Susan Aitken should be ashamed of herself. But she won't be. I mean, what's she going to do with the extra 19,000? Well, by the time she pays the tax on it, 10,000. I mean, how many Greggs sausage rolls can she buy? Thanks very much. Take care. And if you live in Glasgow, God help you. Bye.